Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Jade Empire Closed Fist walkthrough.
I have seen everything that I believe in torn apart, one after another. Hopefully it is all over soon. The Empire has suffered at the hands of fools for too long. Wait until they see the new Emperor I am bringing them. Sun Li is a fool. If a member of the royal family is to be enslaved in Death's hand, he should at least be incompetent. We will make things right. Tomorrow will bring a new rule. I know it. Let the heavens try and stop it. I doubt they have that power anymore. For 20 years, a fool has misused a wonderful gift. If the opportunity to make use of that strength is given, I hope you make the right choice for the Empire and us. There will be more. Don't let the weight of your choices cloud your vision. When the time comes, all the power in the world will be at your disposal. Remain true to the glory of the Empire, and all will be well. I will be ready. Don't worry.
Your wish, Master. That weakling is not present. Allowing him to rejoin this body would have resulted in its destruction. You wisely chose otherwise. My will is my master's. Qin was pushed aside, forced to watch, as his form embodied the darkest wishes of Sun Hai, then Sun Li, and now you. I am a projection. I cannot exist without your evil. I am a servant. I was told only enough to function as the leader of the Lotus Assassins. My every thought is an extension of my master. I am capable of nothing else.
Please, I don't want to talk. It would seem that you do not understand me, or the shame I now feel because of this imprisonment. You collar those who would be friends so that they have no chance to oppose you. That is not strength, that's fear. I do not know who you have become. When this is all done, will the people of the Empire recognize you as one of their own, or just another tyrant? I do not look forward to your next visit.
Don't look at me. It is bad enough I feel your will within my mind. I don't want to see your face. My eyes may do as you command, but they will hold no affection for you. There is no strength in this. Only the most insecure leader would command such forced obedience. Are you so fearful of opposition? Poor child, grasping for control. Just go.
The boredom is always greatest before the storm. Could we poke a stick in the eye of this little squall and get moving? Good decisions win the battle. Bad decisions draw it out. Either way, I'll be on the field. Besides, this Death's Hand fellow seems fine to me. Hasn't touched my wine, and he fights well enough. As for this binding crap, I don't see how it changes anything. A body is a body in battle. If it can fight for you, who cares what it is? I always have my fists, so I'm always ready. If I lose those, I'll have bigger problems than missing a fight. Actually, better safe than sorry. Kang, make me a wine bowl I can hold with stumps.
Yours or someone else's?
Ha ha! Now that's the kind of idea I can get behind.
What do you want? I owe you a great deal for freeing me. This body should serve well, as long as it lasts. Your mortal fates are such interesting things, such amusing toys. But if you get what you seek here and your ambition is realized, remember a faithful servant. Ha! And if you fail, well, then I'll have your soul to toy with anyway, as with this girl. Death's Hand is an interesting acquisition. I look into him and see a void where kin should be. It's like staring into an abyss. Things go the way you want them to. It's not up to me to pass final judgment on your effectiveness. I hope things are fairly clear to you by now. Either you or your master will fall. I recommend that you not let it be you. I'll be ready. Just be sure that you are.
While my duties don't seem to have changed much, I find this form of servitude even more degrading than the kind my gentle wife imposes. I am not alone in my own head. My every move is echoed in my mind by your approving or disapproving guidance. I am beginning to recognize that. If there is nothing else, I must do what I can to ready everyone for the coming fight. Just as you would have it.
Okay, so in the previous video there, I decided to keep Death's Hand. And unfortunately at that point, that means that you need to bind the 3 dissenters. In this case, Dawnstar, Sky, and Henpecked Who. And thus they are not happy with us. And they will continue to not be happy with us for the rest of the game. I don't know. It feels bad, but I decided that, in order to do a fully, well, technically not fully closed fist walkthrough, although I think I've basically got footage of every closed fist choice possible. I think, anyway. But yeah, so in order to kind of keep it, along those lines, I decided to keep Death's Hand. Now, I don't know what happens, because I haven't done the different, I guess, routes of, because we'll have to make one more choice that's kind of big like that. And I don't think I've tried, seeing what happens to the different characters if you make the choice differently. The next choice, that is. This one, again, I'm not 100% sure on if this choice to keep Death's Hand actually changes anybody's, I guess, endings. I'm not sure. I kind of feel like no, but anyways, all right. So we got a Divine Radiance there in that chest. I have no idea why they stuck that gem in that chest. There are no dialogue opportunities to use that. So, I mean, that's like a gem that should have been in maybe like the midpoint of the game, right? Because that's kind of when we get the others that are similar to that. There's the there's the +8 intimidation gem that you get. Again, that's like that's back in the Imperial City. Yeah, so again, I don't really know why they waited so long to do that. Here I'm just trying to explore everything, and I don't think there's anything left here. I think we've got everything done. So at that point, we'll make our way back to the group again, and continue on with our day. But yeah, again, I'm not really sure why they stuck that gem at the very end of the game when it's like I said, there's literally no conversation options in the future that are going to use that. So, oh well, though. It is what it is. But, okay, I'm going to save here. Probably a good idea. And then, being actually now, yeah, that we're in Chapter 7, we can buy the final techniques. So I'm going to buy the Path of the Warrior. That's the one that's the health +50. And then I need to just sell stuff so that I can get up to 50k again. Again, I think it's fairly safe to just basically sell anything that you're not or that you don't have in your amulet right now. And then on top of that, there's going to be some that are basically worthless now too. So like Lucky Hand really isn't going to do you any good from this point on because we're so close to the end. Absolute Dedication though is still legit. I think Spirit Harvest is worthless though too. I don't think we're going to fight any spirits after this point. So again, make your choice. I don't know if you can even get a third, or if I would even have enough money to buy a third book, but I went with, what was that, the Path of the Scholar and Path of the Warrior. So it was the Health and then the Focus, which is, yeah, actually pretty noticeable. Yeah, Path of the Scholar. So that's it. Those are the two books that I was able to buy at the end of the game, and those are, obviously just crazy expensive. So, all right. Anyways, let's continue on here. We'll do some more dialogue.
Hello. I suppose the marvelous dragonfly is ready. We don't have to worry about landing too many more times. Just make sure you are done talking to everyone. I lost the interior baffling, so you won't be able to hear a thing once we are in the air. Oh, I think they know you are ready. Every eye is on you, across the whole Empire, I think. We'll have to see if you are worthy of that gaze, All right, everyone in.
Well, here we are. I'd hoped I wouldn't have to use this entrance again. I doubt this visit will be any less violent than the last.
Ha! You thought that the last visit was easy. This should be more fun than even I could have hoped for.
Yeah, I'm staying here. For safety.
A startling revelation from Kang.
I expect there will already be enough chaos to go around without your talents.
He is worthless for what comes.
It may not matter who walks through the door. I sense a great power within, and her will cannot be ignored. She is strong here, but I don't think she means to interfere. Something about guidance. You will know more inside.
She will coerce and belittle. Trust your desire.
This is going to be a mess. I know it is.
Direct me as you must, but do not expect me to like it. I am just a tool to you.
So brutal. All right. Anyways, we're back at the Imperial Palace, and I think I decided to actually tag Death's Hand in. He can't use, or he can't, or I should say, he can't be in the support role. Maybe that makes the most sense. and I don't know. I'll be honest. I you know, generally just because I don't really like using followers as you know, kind of offensive members. I don't really feel like they do that much. I really like the support modes more. But I figured, you know what, if we've got Death's Hand, we might as well use it. So yeah, so there's that. And it actually looks kind of like he's kind of brutal, but oh yeah, I was messing around on another save game, so I had my incorrect, so obviously toss that right back. It's kind of funny watching Death's Hand be disoriented, so he's kind of, oh, I don't know why that animation just looked really funny. But, alright, anyways, you know, nothing fancy here, just a bunch of Lotus Assassins that need to keep the rush down. But other than that, yeah, so, like I had mentioned earlier, though, we're going to have one more, like, major choice to make, and that's going to affect, basically the 3 characters that kind of were the dissenting voices, and, you know, that actually for sure will affect their endings. So unfortunately, because of the choices that I made, 3 of those characters, that being Sky, Dawnstar, and Enpecto, don't have basically endings. So so yeah, I don't know. Again, that feels pretty bad, but the other option is the open palm route to handling the water dragon. So. And I mean, I'll go over that obviously a lot more once we actually get to that point. But yeah, so I don't know. Again, I kind of think that I don't know, what's his name doesn't seem to be doing all that much. He's not impressive, but I don't know. I think most followers aren't all that impressive when it comes to battle anyway. So kind of is what it is, I guess. I guess he's spending a lot of time disoriented though too. So maybe that's. Clouding my judgment of him. Oh, boom! Another head goes flying. This is just a bloodbath. Look at this. Okay. Oh yeah, and then here I was just like, whatever. This dude's worthless. So I was gonna put Dawnstar in, but wow! I really decapitated a ton of Lotus Assassins in that battle. Huh. That is trapped.
I'm healed.
And what's in here? Superior Warrior Gem. Okay. Yeah, it's probably a decent idea. Just to zip on over here to the Spirit Font, and I think the Focus Shrine is over here too. Yeah. That's kind of interesting too. They actually changed those. Obviously those. I don't know if either of those shrines were there before on the initial trip, but they do get changed. Oh my god, and look at that. That trap almost one-shot me. That's nuts. And then what was that? 5,000 silver in there. That's pretty decent. I think this other one's trapped too. Yeah, Jesus. Just full of traps. All right. I think at this time it might not be a bad idea to, yeah, put Dawnstar in again. Probably not a bad idea. Alright, more dialogue.
You have come. Destiny set this moment in motion, but from here, your choices are your own to make. Your master awaits you, but he is not yet aware. You have time to alter things to your favor. You have time to set us all on the path to rebirth. Learn what has come before, and you will understand what must be done now. Follow into the depths and see what was done in search of my power.
Spirits know many things, but how to assault a fortress does not appear to be one of them. Follow her, and take someone with you, but whoever you leave behind should take another route. That way they don't get behind you and we'll all get equal fighting.
You don't know the palace. You will wander aimlessly.
I always wander aimlessly, and I always find my way. Besides, we've been here before.
The palace is open to those with clear intent. Lose focus, and you lose your way.
Bah, too much talk. It's time to kick in some doors.
The tombs of the greatest emperors. Here the Empire was built, and here the heart of it is laid to rest. Now that heart is torn out, like another to come. It was gutted to allow the flow, to guide the water that pours from a crime against the heavens and the order of all things.
Such disrespect! This was done after Master Li ran from the Emperor, but he must have known it would be needed.
What hope is there for the future when the past is cast so roughly aside? The living are the victims. If this is how the past is treated, what can you expect for the future? Nothing done will matter because it will all be swept aside. Everything is someone or something's past. This is why mortals cannot wield the power of the gods. They cannot see the complexity of the world. Emperor Sun would not accept that his empire had to fade so that something new would bloom. He declared war as if the drought was an advancing army. He and the glorious strategist focused on me, the Water Dragon. I symbolized the fading they wanted to avoid and the regrowth they desperately needed. I became the answer to everything. Press further, and you will see the source of the lush new empire under the Brothers' sun. You must see it with your own eyes to comprehend what they have done.
Okay, so here we are inside the tombs, and this area is actually just really cool. Probably the coolest in the game.
This cannot be. How can this be allowed? What have they done to this creature?
Behold. Words would not have sufficed. You had to see with your own eyes to truly know my fate. This cannot continue. Fight them. Show them that such things will not go unpunished.
All right, show them that something will not be punished. Will not go unpunished. That's my summary of what the Water Dragon just said. It's like the worst summary ever. Anyways, alright, we've got more Lotus Elites here, and I don't know, someone looks like they're slinging a Tempest at us, which I probably should have focused on them first, but yeah, that dude definitely is in the back there. Yeah, we need to, I don't know, at this point I was like, whatever, I don't care. I don't have to do things right. Tactical. Which is really a huge mistake. Master is nothing to play around with, especially when dudes are wielding Tempest. That can be, you know, death in a hurry if they catch you in that power attack. But I just was probably overconfident as usual, probably without merit as well. All right, chop, chop, chop. Ah, you get decapitated. What's going on? What happened to your head, dude? That's no way to keep your feet. I got nothing. Okay. Okay, so that should be that. Oh my gosh, just wow.
This is what he has done. This is what your master Li allowed. For 20 years, my body has bled, separate from the spirit, feeding the Empire and the Emperor. It is an agony that you cannot fathom. To have fallen so far into the hands of men, rebirth is impossible while this continues.
By all the heavens.
This is not right. Gods do not bleed.
Forgive us, great dragon. Our mortal kin are ignorant, foolish, unkind. These crimes will not go unanswered.
Such a clumsy means to power. They had to know this act would be punished.
Every freedom I cherish is violated by this.
As was commanded, the beast was cut open to sustain the Empire, for the good of all, the greatest evil.
I marvel at the mind that came up with this. To cast his gaze so far above his station, to his own makers, is admirable.
You small creatures, you heard the sounds of battle, but are you truly prepared? What will become of your world if my kind fall to the same evils that plague you? Your Master Li must be stopped. The Empire must find balance without the flow of heart water he has unleashed. Water flows from the wound that will not heal in the body that cannot die. Part of me functions as an aspect of our world, elemental in nature. It was never meant to flow free. It is not infinite. The Jade Empire is green, but somewhere another land goes thirsty. All things are linked.
Their concerns were for the Empire alone. Nothing else mattered.
The reign of Emperor Sun saw my abuse, but Sun Li, the glorious strategist, laid the plans. One could not occur without the other. It was never his intent to let Brother Hai rule. Had his plan initially succeeded, your master would be Emperor, and you would have been destroyed with the others of your kind.
It was supposed to be a new era, but even I did not know his true intent.
You are a spirit monk, charged with guarding the order of things. You were not born to this role, but as the last, a solemn duty falls at your feet. I cannot be healed. My body has been cut open, my heart removed. I should rejoin the Great Wheel, but I am defiled and cannot rest. Rebirth can only come when my essence is free. To defeat your master, you must stop the power he draws from me. Soon he will be too strong, even for you. Your master abuses the amulet he took from you. His brother did not have that luxury, so he needed to draw my essence slowly. The toll on his body was grave. Your master does not have to be so cautious. The amulet is not a source of power, but it is a focus. He partakes of energy that mortals were never meant to hold. He laps at it greedily, expecting your return. You must destroy the source of that power. You must destroy my body. When he falls, all that is mine will then rejoin my spirit. Rebirth.
To what end? Look what has become of our master. Look what he has been a part of.
Interesting. This power could be used to strengthen the Empire instead of one man.
I do not think the mind of a mortal was meant to hold such ability.
This is where it begins. A question of similar intent was the start of all our grief.
Beware what you say, for you are still mortal and open to the same weaknesses he and his brothers displayed. It seems that you learned your lessons in the spirit realm a little too well. Yes. Blood from your mortal companions could be used to poison my body. The energy flowing to Sun Li would be disrupted, making him vulnerable. Defeat him, and my power would remain trapped in this body, for you to use. You could claim his place, become a god. As the blood poison waned, your power would surpass his and eventually consume my very being. But the water that flows from me now sustains the Empire. If you poison my body, you poison wherever that water flows. You would taint the heart of the Empire.
Better than what? Free choice?
Yes, a firm hand could shape a great empire.
For whom would you make things better? Everyone, or just those who pleased you?
To make things better, that was our wish. We failed.
You could remake things in your image. If that isn't better, what is?
And you have earned that right. I am with you.
I do not want to be a part of this. If I were not bound, I would beg you to stop.
You are a far greater evil than I imagined. My mistake was ever giving my loyalty in the first place.
The horror of this! Please, see the consequences and remember who you are!
The blood. Who will be the blood? You need blood to poison the dragon's corpse. Whose will it be? I want to see.
I bleed, though I am sustained by other forces. Withdraw that energy if that is your wish. A part of me yearns for it.
I welcome this choice. The mistakes of my family can lead to your victory.
It is that simple? You can simply order his death and he falls? If you risk the Empire, should you not have to risk yourself?
You again show the rewards of loyalty to your cause. Does this amuse you, or is he simply the easiest to abuse?
This shell has long been tainted by the misuse of my power. It should be put to rest, not used to further the crime that sustained it.
Let me fight for you. There's so much death here, and none yet by my blades.
Yes, let us gather the blood you need. You are above it all.
Yes, show me you have the strength to craft an empire.
This is what you want? Then the friend I knew is well and truly dead at Master Li's hand.
I have no choice, though I know I will not win. Come.
This I really don't care for. Someone, help!
If they fight for me, they will benefit from my influence as you have, Spirit Monk. The heavens guide your hands. Pray it is enough.
double axes.
Okay, so here it is, the by far the worst feel-bad choice in the entire game, and we gotta cut down Dawnstar, Sky, and Henpecked How, or Ho, whatever. Part of me really didn't want to do this just because I just feel so wrong. God. But I think we do get as a consolation prize, we get a pretty decent gem at the end of this. So you know, at least there's that. Which we'll see here. Yeah, I mean it's interesting that obviously the same three that weren't happy with essentially binding Death's Hand, essentially are sacrificed to do this.
Now that this is over with, your old master waits for a beating in the throne room.
Alright, so there you have it. That is the second Closed Fist gem. Now I think this one is actually good. I was wrong about the previous one, but this one is, yeah, body plus 10 and spirit plus 5. That one is actually amazing, so I'll probably swap something out here. Yeah, Spirit Harvest. There's no spirits in the rest of the game, so there's no reason to keep that on. Smallest weakness in a master of this caliber will be his downfall. Okay, those who change fate accept no failings. So, right. Anyways, alright, I'm out of time. We've got one more video to go. So, as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.